Okay, the next part of these notes, solving inequalities. The biggest thing to remember when you're solving inequalities, anytime you multiply or divide both sides of the inequality by a negative number, you need to flip the inequality sign. So, this example, you're multiplying both sides by -4, so this inequality sign needs to be flipped. Number 1, similar to the second to last one we did on the other page, you can get rid of these fractions. 18 is nicely divided by 6, and 18 is nicely divided by 9. So if I multiply both sides by 18, 18 times 1 divided by 6 is 3. And then you have to make sure you multiply the whole side, which is distributing, so you want to do 18 times 3, which is -54, is less than 18 times 5 divided by 9 is 10. And then get your variables together. -54 is less than 7x. And then 54 cannot be nicely divided by 7. So when you do that, you get a fraction, -54 over 7. And you can just put that on a number line like right here. Open circle, arrow goes to the right. Number 2, again, fraction. Get rid of your fraction with multiplication. 2 over 2 cancels. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 1 is 2. We want to get our variables together, so we can subtract 6x from both sides. And this is going to be 2 is greater than or equal to -7x. And then divide both sides by -7. Since you're dividing by a negative number, this sign needs to be flipped. Make sure that this fraction stays on this side, -2/7, and x stays on the right-hand side. So -2/7 is less than or equal to x. Close circle for less than or equal to, you can throw a number down. An arrow goes to the right. Number 3, variables on both sides. Get your variables on the same side. -4x is greater than 12. Divide both sides by -4. Since you're dividing by a negative, the sign has to flip. So x is less than -3. Open circle, arrow to the left. Number 4, distribute the negative sign. -4x minus 1x minus 2 is greater than -10. Combine your like terms. -5x minus 2 is greater than -10. Add 2 to both sides. -5x is greater than -8. And divide both sides by -5. Again, you're dividing by a negative, so you gotta flip around the inequality sign. So this is now x is less than +8 over 5. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. Put 8/5 somewhere on your number line. Open circle, arrow to the left. Number 5, distribute first. -12x minus 30 is less than or equal to 1/2 x. And again, you can work with fractions. You can add 12 to both sides and get 12.5x. I think it's nicer if you don't have fractions. So we're going to multiply the whole side on both sides by 2. 2 times -12x is -24x. 2 times -30 is -60. And 2 times 1/2 is 1. Get your variables together by adding 24x on both sides. Negative 60 is less than or equal to 25x. Divide both sides by 25. And the number we're dividing by is positive, so we're not going to flip the sign. Just make sure your variable lines up underneath your variable. Negative 60 over 25, they're both divisible by 5. 60 divided by 5 is 12. 5 divided by 5 is 5. Don't forget the negative sign. Go ahead and put negative 12 over 5 on your number line. Close circle, arrow to the right. Make sure you remember, if you're going to write x first, this sign needs to switch as well. This sign still needs to open up towards the x. And last one, when you have this whole thing being divided by 6, you want to make sure you multiply the whole side on both sides by 6. This is x minus 3 is less than or equal to 6 times negative 5 is negative 30x. 6 times 4 is 24. Get your variables together. X plus 30x is 31x. Add 3 to both sides. 31x is less than or equal to 27. Divide both sides by 31. X is less than or equal to 27 over 31. Again, just put your number somewhere on the number line. We really just want to make sure you know that this is a closed circle and the arrow goes to the left.